什么酒店让主持人 Alan 吴震天在风景如画的瑞士敞开胸怀进行奔跑？
Très magnifique!
It's kind of a upside-down world.
这家设计别具一格的酒店来头可不小哦。
This is like neutral ground for all the watchmakers.
由瑞士奢华钟表制造商打造的豪华酒店，是如何将品牌秉承的优良传统和创新精神融入酒店的台前幕后。
我终于到了瑞士的日内瓦，正要前往乳山谷的布拉苏斯，大概要1个小时的车程，很快就到了。其实蛮期待看一看这个酒店到底有多酷。
从日内瓦一路北上50公里，就可抵达风光明媚的乳山谷。坐落在瑞士和法国边境的侏罗山脉之中，这里是瑞士钟表业的发祥地。 主持人 Alan 吴震天要前往的目的地布拉苏斯是谷内的一个小村落，也正是瑞士经典钟表品牌爱彼的故乡。爱彼高级制表工艺不仅赫赫有名，更在2022年开设这家4星级奢华精品酒店 Hotel des Horloges。
我终于到了我的目的地，就是 Hotel des Horloges。我们过去吧。 设计的真的很特别。
Hello, sir.
Hello, hi.
Welcome in the Hotel des Horloges. I'm Thomas.
I'm Alan. Thank you so much.
Just go to the reception. My colleagues will go the check-in for you.
Okay.
Can I just propose you maybe a cup of tea or maybe a piece of cake?
Absolutely.
酒店的迎宾茶采用生长在当地山谷中的花草泡制而成。
Okay, fantastic. 他们这种欢迎客人的方式很贴心，有时候就是这些小小的细节会让人留下很深刻的印象。This hotel looks very, very new.
Yeah, it's brand new. The grand opening was in June the 2nd.
June the 2nd.
Yeah.
这里的酒店是刚刚才开张的，所以我应该是属于就是第一批能够来享受这个酒店，真的很荣幸。
All right, sir. So here's your room card.
Okay, fantastic. 好，我们去看我的房间吧。
到底这家由制表传奇打造的全新酒店会有什么令人引颈期盼的呢？
So here's your room. Welcome, sir.
Wow, very, very artistic. 真的很舒服啊。
当然舒服。这个一晚收费要超过新币1300元的尊贵套房，面积有60平方米，而且还内有乾坤。
Just here you have a little screen to set up all your room.
Okay.
So first you can set the language. You have 5 language difference. You can set also your brightness.
Brightness can be changed here too. Okay.
And here is about the curtains. So you can put it in night, so close it. And you can reopen it like this.
Got it.
除了引进先进科技，爱彼也把制表工艺上的细腻融入酒店的待客之道。
Here you have a welcome box.
Okay.
So inside your little card, hand signed by our general manager and a photo of our chef.
这是酒店为房客贴心准备的见面礼。
我觉得这个房间很特别。我看他们这个设计真的是花很多时间去想要放什么东西。哇，这个风景真的很美。我相信冬天的时候应该更美。一来到这里就可以放松一下 ，relax。
面向里苏森林，坐落在乳山谷的 Hotel des Horloges 承载着非凡的意义。创立于1875年的爱彼，147年来始终坚守着这个山谷。平均海拔超过1000米的乳山谷，时常因为大雪而封山，当地的农民便利用漫长的寒冬休农时间，钻研腕表的手工制作，并将卓越的制表技艺代代相传。时至今日，爱彼除了制表，也涉足其他领域，如艺术、音乐，甚至是酒店营运。 而负责带领酒店开荒团队的领军人，便是这位来自阿根廷的总经理 Andre。
So the hotel was built originally in 1857. At that time, the name was Hôtel de France because the route right in front of us is Route de France. It used to be the place where watchmakers would drop all the mechanisms they had been working on through the winter. They would meet here and they would share a glass. And it was in 2003 that Audemars Piguet bought the hotel.
为了延续酒店的历史使命，酒店翻新之后改名为 Hôtel des Horloges， 重新开业。Horloge 在法语的意思就是钟表师。2016年，艾比将酒店关闭，筹划在原址新建一家全新的精品酒店。2022年，新的 Hôtel des Horloges 终于开幕，迎来他的第一批住客。
It's a hotel that's open to all the watchmakers. Today we were welcoming watchmakers like Breguet, Jaeger, Blancpain, Patek Philippe. So this is like neutral ground for all the watchmakers.
酒店延续了艾比坚持传统、追求完美、大胆创新的理念。耗时4年建造，这栋设计前卫的酒店建筑由多层平台组成，平台沿着山谷的地势缓缓而下，直达草坪，形成罕见的之字形建筑，将现代风格的酒店和周围的自然环境融为一体，浑然天成。
All 50 rooms are overlooking towards the valley where the best views are. And you don't hear the cars passing by
Not at all.
on the street.
酒店之字形的户外走廊，有如山中蜿蜒小径，沿途可以看到各种赏心悦目的植物。
How do you decide what type of vegetation to plant here?
All of the plants we chose together with a chef and a botanist, a local company. They know what you can plant here
Okay.
and will grow year
And
after
thrive
year.
and do well, yeah.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
这里所种植的有60%是可食用植物。
So there you have our wild strawberries.
Oh wow, a little cute little baby strawberry. Can I eat it?
Yeah, of course. I eat every day.
Do you want to say strawberry in Chinese?
No, I would like to learn.
I'm gonna teach you right now. 草莓.
草莓.
Hey, 不错. That's pretty good.
谢谢.
Better than mine already.
This is ciboulette.
Ciboulette.
You can try it like this. So you take a small chunk. That is a big chunk.
I like it big. Go big or go back home. A little bit like green onion, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing too strong like.
No,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
very mild.
除了建筑结构独树一帜，酒店的内部设计也不遑多让。通过采用当地材料，如石头和杉木，酒店室内装潢让人置身于山谷的自然环境中，和落地窗外的美景相映成趣。大堂里简约高雅的长柜台，则是由一层又一层的木材组成，灵感来自侏罗山脉一带可寻获的猛犸象化石。最令人瞩目的是大堂天花板上的倒挂白树枝，有如倒映在乳山谷湖泊上的里苏森林，而所有树枝都是来自森林里的枯树。哎 ，Alan， 不要只顾着拍照，还不去了解一下，到底这些设计是出自谁之手？
Bonjour, Monsieur Pierre Ménageur.
Helen,
Yes.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
创造这些奇特景观的，就是这位法国室内设计师 Pierre。他从构思到完成设计理念，足足花了2年的时间。
When I came here at the beginning, they asked me to find a way to translate everything from this area. We try to show under the ground is something special, like the roots of the trees inside the lobby, the stones on the floor. It's kind of an upside-down world, you know, it's not very real, but it's all the things you can find all around.
为了营造这个亦真亦幻的世界，Pierre将现实中的食物以倒转过来的方式呈现在酒店的各个角落，如餐厅的吊灯就是一个个倒转的湖泊，客房的吊灯则是一种当地的叶子。
It's a special leaf that can be 1 meter large. Kids put its leaves on the head when it's raining, and we wanted to have this sensation when you're around, you feel like you're secure under the leaf.
Pierre 也尝试将侏罗山脉带入客房，他在每一个客房内安装了一片显示侏罗山脉的特色墙。
We have stones, glasses, ceramics, and fuse everything in the big oven to create this material only
Yes.
for the hotel. So it's very special.
Yeah, it is.
为了减少对乳山谷环境的破坏，酒店从建筑、内部装潢到设施都采用环保材料，因而获得了瑞士节能房屋建筑标准的认证。那酒店在其他方面又是如何把乳山谷的自然风光注入宾客体验中呢？主持人 Alan 吴震天来到了瑞士钟表业的摇篮乳山谷，入住瑞士奢华腕表品牌爱彼新开张的精品酒店 Hôtel des Horloges。
哇，这个风景真的很美。
坐落在爱彼总部和制表厂旁边的 Hôtel des Horloges 是乳山谷最新最豪华的钟表师酒店。酒店的宗旨之一就是推广当地的传统制表工艺和文化遗产。酒店所提供的其中一项探索活动，就是游览以钟表为主题的爱彼博物馆。博物馆距离酒店只不过咫尺之遥，徒步5分钟就可以抵达。这条从酒店连接到博物馆的小径，象征着100多年前钟表师从乳山谷启程前往日内瓦卖表的路程。展览馆里展示300多件跨越200年历史的怀表和腕表作品，让访客可以深入了解19世纪的制表师如何在偏远的乳山谷打造出100多年来让人为之神往的实际工艺。而今天为 Alan 担任向导的，便是博物馆的副馆长 Dave。
Welcome at the Audemars Piguet Museum. We call it the Musée Atelier. Atelier in French means workshop.
博物馆被誉为工作室，是因为访客可以参与各种体验，去认识钟表。如这个机械展品，就以拟人化的方式让访客了解表是如何运作的。
Bing!
Mechanism.
Whoa!
As you can see, Jack is going for a walk.
Where's Jill?
With
Jill
this
left him.
automaton, Jake.
Jake. Okay, cool.
He will cross the réseau forest to find some mushroom. And finally, he will find his mushroom. So he is really happy.
He is very, very happy.
And when you are happy, you whistle.
Very cool.
So in the museum, there is different galaxies that
穿插在钟表之间的动力装置、复杂机械模型等，以生动的方式呈现与制表息息相关的制表工艺技术和设计。
1, 2, 3.
Oh!
展馆的中心汇集了爱彼最具代表性的复杂功能作品。
This is the masterpiece of the museum. Produced at the end of
中间这块1899年问世，由超过1000个部件组成的 Universal 怀表，堪称是复杂功能制表的巅峰之作。
Wow, this is amazing, right? The craftsmanship, details, precision.
This watch was restored by the watchmaking restoration workshop in this museum.
1875年创立以来，爱彼就一直根植乳山谷。他在布拉苏斯这个小村落经营博物馆和酒店，就是为了要和世界各地的访客分享这里的制表文化和风土民情。
And I heard this is not just a museum. I read somewhere it's a living museum.
Living museum because there is some watchmaker that works here.
不过夏天的工作室是空荡荡的，因为钟表师都度暑假去了。
But you will have also to participate. Have you ever screw a mechanism or fix a mechanism or?
I've changed my watch band.
Yeah,
maybe
so
extra.
maybe we can try to do it.
Sure, I'd love to try it.
So take one screw.
Whoa, those are tiny. Yeah. 这些螺丝好小。
You have to hold it at the bottom of the head.
Bottom of the
like
head.
this.
Okay, hold on. I can barely see this. one moment. Okay, got it.
Perfect. Put the screw into position and then you can turn it.
为了让访客能够更了解钟表师的工作，博物馆设立了一个访客体验角落，让他们也能拿起工具，亲身体验制表精密复杂的过程。
哇，真的好小啊，真的需要很仔细。说实话，我虽然看起来很年轻啊，不过我年纪不轻了，开始有点老花眼了。还不错，没有刮到。
For the next station, you will have to do the decoration on this bezel.
Is it engraver?
Kind of. It's like a gum with abrasive system powder inside.
Okay.
And you will put the circle on the bezel.
Okay.
So turn on. You can hold like this.
Just push it down.
Yeah.
How long? That's enough.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You can see.
Yep.
And you continue all around the bezel.
Ah.
Don't press too much.
复杂功能腕表，大部分的制作工序都是由手工完成的，是一项考耐心、耗时间的精湛工艺。一枚腕表的诞生要经过数百个小时的精细做工。
Wow, look at this.
As you can-
Beautiful. 我觉得我做的还不错。Dave, does this look okay? Is my work okay?
Yeah, it's really good. Maybe a bit too much space between each pearl.
I like to space out.
Now you have to do the decoration on the other side.
Other side, okay.
So we'll have to scratch it on this paper in really perfect lines.
这些手工润饰工艺是爱比钟表师传承下来的传统技术。除了装饰表圈，主要还可以防锈和防尘。
Let's see.
Yeah, look at that. Looks good. Do you want me to autograph it? Just
You
kidding.
can sign.
Sign it.
Here in the
Yeah.
showcase. Alan's one.
Yeah.
博物馆一天只接待2组访客，公众通常还得在2个月前上网预先购票，才有机会参观。不过，酒店和博物馆有合作协定，每个星期6都会为有兴趣的酒店宾客特别提供博物馆导览参观配套。嘿嘿，所以 Alan， 你这次可以参观博物馆，可是托了酒店的福哦。目前 Hôtel des Horloges 的工作团队有54人。Alan 将加入他们的客房部，亲身了解这个全新酒店的运作模式。
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Et to Cécile?
Oui, c'est moi. I'm in charge of the housekeeping team and the cleanliness and maintenance of the whole building.
So where do we start?
Let's go to the next room.
Okay.
Housekeeping. Here we go. So basically we are going to be in charge of that room, making all nice and tidy for the next guest. Let's go to the bathroom. So this is dirty, we will just remove it with the towel here. And then we can just
之前在5星级酒店任职的 Cécile 是 Hôtel des Horloges 开荒团队的一份子，参与了酒店的营运筹备工作，也为下属做在职培训。
So let's take care of the bed.
Okay.
We'll have to remove all the sheets and pillow covers.
Why don't I remove it? I'll throw you the pillows.
Let's do that.
Here you go.
Thank you. And we remove the sheets.
酒店除了在设计装潢上现代感十足，客房的床具也备有巧妙的装置。
Oh, wow.
And here you go.
This is definitely something different. I've never seen this before. Very, very cool. 床架按一下就可以高一点，所以我们这些客房部的一些员工，如果身高比较高一点，像我的话，腰就不会那么酸痛，很会替员工想，很好。
除此之外，睡床还隐藏了另一个巧思，方便客房部的团队更换新被套。
And we'll now use the magic tool.
What's the magic tool?
It is under the mattress.
原来床褥下面藏了夹子，用来固定被子的2个上角。这么一来，套被套的工作也就快速方便多了。
So I take this, stick it in here.
And you press it, it's done.
Okay.
We will just arrange nicely so it's easier and you don't need to shake the duvet.
Yeah.
And so you're not that tired at the end of the day.
他们这里的客房部真的很有创意。 我去了那么多酒店，第一次见到这些方式能够帮助他们的客房部把床啊铺好。
客房部其实只有4名员工，酒店通过采用与时并进的配备和在职培训，提升员工的工作效率。所以尽管员工不多，还是可以保持高水准的服务品质。
Now we're done with the dusting, we can hoover the whole room.
OK。Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters.
嘿，客房部的工作虽然看似轻松，不过要打扫一间客房，还是得花上大概45分钟的时间。
I think we are pretty much done here, huh?
Yes.
Everything looks very, very good.
Nice, tidy. Just wait for the guests to come and enjoy.
好了，这间客房已经打扫好了，现在我们就准备打扫下一间客房啦。Wow, this is amazing. The craftsmanship, details, precision.
主持人 Alan 吴振天来到瑞士奢华腕表品牌爱彼的发源地乳山谷，入住了爱彼打造的精品酒店 Hôtel des Horloges， 并加入了酒店的工作团队。
And we now use the magic tool.
Oh, wow.
位于群山峻岭中的乳山谷，人口大约7000人。在还没发展钟表业之前，人们主要以农业为生。最早期的制表师也都是农民出身。至今，乳山谷仍然出产农产品。Hôtel des Horloges 在积极推广制表文化的当儿，也通过酒店的用餐体验，让更多人认识乳山谷丰盛的土产。背负这项重任的，正是筹划和掌管酒店餐饮部的 Renaud 主厨。在法国东南部经营米其林3星餐厅的他，善于把在地食材变成一道道珍馐美馔，和酒店的理念不谋而合。
The dining concept is to find the right ingredient to do some good, simple food. Enough to eat, not too much ingredient mixed together. I just want to keep a little bit of outside and put in the plate.
在餐厅开业之前 ，Renaud 主厨可是亲自来到乳山谷寻找最佳的食材和供应商，再根据寻获的材料设计具米其林水准的菜单。
We just want to keep the roots from the village and all the valley Jew.
It's really about retaining the heritage, the tradition of this entire region and being able to put it in your culinary creations and share it with the world when people do come here.
Renaud 主厨在拟定酒店的餐饮流线和菜单之后，转由行政主厨 Julian 带领厨房的14人兵团执行餐厅的日常运作。
Chef Julien,
Alan.
je m'appelle Alan. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
As you can see, I'm actually dressed up in one of your uniforms.
Perfect.
Fantastic.
So we go to the garden, pick some vegetables, prepare some plates.
That sounds great. Let's go.
Good.
Alan 将充当 Julian 主厨的厨房小助理。首先，他必须帮忙采摘食材。酒店后方有一个40平方米的蔬果园，目前种植了10种蔬果，可供应餐厅将近1半的蔬果需求。
We pick this beetroot.
Okay.
This one here. It's nice for the plate. It's enough.
It's enough.
蔬果园会按照季节的轮替种植当季的蔬果，这里不种外来的奇珍异果，而是当地一般常见的可食用蔬果，如生菜、甜菜、甜菜根等。
We keep very simple because when it's simple, all the people can understand the kitchen.
I think what I realized from being in your kitchen, food is a universal language.
Yes.
If it's done well, people will enjoy it. You don't need to use something that's so exotic.
Yeah.
All right, what else do we need right now? Okay.
We can pick some zucchini flowers.
Okay, so I'll get one more right here.
Yes, this one.
Can
Look,
I
it's
just pull it?
yes, beautiful. It's very yellow,
Great.
perfection.
How will you use this flour?
Just for the decoration,
Got
and
it.
sometimes you do a small beignet.
Uh-huh.
I love it's blue flowers. It's like the stars. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Wow, there's a lot of insects here too.
Yeah, it's the summer.
Hope these bees don't get mad when we're taking all their pollen. 不好意思，要抢你的饭碗。
And we can pick some nasturtium, the leaves of the nasturtium. Now we go for the next step.
What's the next
cooking? Cooking.
Cooking。现在我们回到厨房做菜。这里还有一个小朋友啊，一个小蜜蜂。Wow. It's the back. Yeah, this is it. 原来这里也有他自己的一个秘密通道。我相信一般的客人也不知道这里有。
So we arrive next to the kitchen.
前面就是厨房。完了，我们到了我们的目的地，就是他们的厨房。Let's get started.
We start with the beetroot.
Okay.
朱亮主厨将Alan 做一道甜菜根开胃菜。来自法国的他有个很会做菜的祖母，从小在老人家的熏陶下爱上了烹饪。
Cooking is like a way to give pleasure to everyone. It's my dream, so I do my dream now.
That's wonderful.
So
Beetroot is
it's already cooked. We peel now and we cut.
so soft and tender after you cook it.
接下来就是调味，之后就可以摆盘了。在甜菜根中间加2勺辣根酱，再以花瓣点缀，最后淋上柠檬凝胶，一盘色香味俱全的开胃菜就可上桌。没有复杂的烹饪工序，简单又营养。
It's wonderful. Everything you serve here in the kitchen is actually grown right here
Yeah, grown right
in the garden.
Yes. It's the time to taste the plate.
Here I go. Très délicieux. For Singaporean, we say shock.
Shock.
Shock is very, very good.
It's time to do.
It's time for another piece.
No. To do a plate.
I'll give it a try. You have inspired me, so I'm going to make my beetroot into an H for horloger.
看来 Alan 也感染了酒店品牌背后的创新精神，在餐盘上发挥创意。
All right. Something different.
It's my time to taste.
Please try and be completely honest.
Yes.
I'll try not to cry.
Perfect.
Merci beaucoup. 这是我准备好的今天的开胃菜。
完成厨房的工作后 ，Alan 紧接着换装来到餐厅报道。
Alan,
Luca.
we will do the briefing before we start the service. This is the whole team helping us.
在营业之前，餐饮部经理卢卡带领员工和主厨进行例行简报，以交代当天的菜单和预约安排。
So let's make it happen.
All right,
Have
let's
a
go,
good
team.
service. Yeah.
Let's go.
1, 2, 3, let's go.
餐厅可容纳多达80名客人，每天在午餐和晚餐时段对外开放，欢迎非酒店住客到来用餐。
They're coming in fast, huh?
Yeah.
Fast and furious.
Yeah, very fast.
Yeah.
虽然才开业不久，餐厅却吸引了不少食客，多数是在附近工作的上班族以及当地居民。
今天餐厅真的很忙啊！午餐的时候啊，他们有很多客人来吃啊，客人做好了，然后要为他们服务啊，准备好他们的饮料，还要送一些面包，就让他们看好菜单之后，跟他们决定好要吃什么。
餐饮部的服务团队包括经理在内，总共14人。今天中午只有5人值班，要应付高朋满座的餐厅，就不知道我们的实习服务生 Alan 表现如何。
All right, let us start you off with some Dupont.
看来 Alan 这些日子在酷旅店的实地磨练没有白费。递水上菜样样来，活脱脱像个称职的服务员。
Lunch is served.
这时候，酒店厨房团队也如火如荼地准备今天的菜肴。午餐的主菜是炖牛肉配芹菜泥，牛肉来自当地农场，芹菜和其他蔬菜则来自酒店自家的蔬果园。
So one with
One without celery, right?
Yes.
Okay. I see.
在百忙之中，厨房和服务团队也要注意客人的特别要求，所以 Alan， 你千万不要搞错啊！
Yeah, this one has no celery. The other are all the same.
OK. So I will go with this lady.
Okay.
Alors, vous, c'était sans céleri.
Voilà.
Ça.
Slow cooked beef.
Voici.
Bon appétit. Enjoy. Thank you.
Bonne suite.
Merci. Thank you. Enjoy.
Alan 殷勤细心，不怕脏，要驾驭服务员的工作似乎不难。不过，由于对餐饮部的环境还不熟悉，
Mon frère, why I put these empty? Over there. Okay.
所以找不到洗碗间。
Oh, just a second. Oh. 啊！我跟他们员工接触这么多，让我很开心的就是他们说：“哎，你应该来这里加入我们的酒店。”我就觉得以后有一天呢，搞不好我在这里有一份工作在等着我。
乳山谷不只是瑞士钟表业的摇篮，在这片绮丽的土地上，也盛产了不少优质的农产品。天才刚破晓 ，Alan 就准备出发去了解酒店如何与当地农民合作。
现在去哪里呢？现在就是要去乳酪工厂，回头见。
Alan 在主厨 Julio 的安排下，启程前往一家为酒店餐厅提供乳酪的工厂。工厂距离酒店大约20分钟的路程。
Julio. Bonjour. Good morning.
Good morning.
This place is
Welcome.
wonderful, beautiful.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be like an actual factory, but this is more of like a beautiful outdoor farm.
Exactly, exactly. So we have the cow, and we are in the mountain.
乳酪工厂坐落在高山上的一个牧场里。由于这里每到冬天气候会特别的寒冷，所以只有在夏天才畜牧。牧场主人 Peter 在这里养了130头牛，不过夏天一过，他就会将牛赶下山，到谷里避冬。
Bonjour.
Bonjour, bonjour.
Voilà.
Je m'appelle Alan. Comment ça va?
Bien, vous parlez français, vous?
On peut, on
Tout le
peut.
monde. Alors, bienvenue sur l'Alpage des Grands Plats de Bise.
乳酪工厂就设在牧场的农舍里，这里只生产一种乳酪，就是瑞士人引以为傲的格吕耶尔硬质乳酪。
We are arriving at the fromagerie. So here we have the first step of the gruyère.
Okay.
每天早上，乳酪师将刚挤出的牛奶倒进乳酪桶里煮，再加入乳酸菌和凝乳酶，让奶凝结成胶状的奶浆。这样一个乳酪桶可装多达1400公升的牛奶，制作4轮乳酪。奶浆达到一定稠度后，就可使用线切器搅拌，由此产生的颗粒称为凝乳。
You can do one
Okay. Merci.
Doucement.
Yeah.
slowly.
Yep. 啊，现在我在搅的时候，发现真的是比较浓了。
随着热度的提升，凝乳稀疏乳清会慢慢的凝固。
其实目前没有什么味道，然后是软软的，不像我们会想象的吃乳酪的那种感觉。
接着将凝乳灌入模具中，让乳清流出来，再用盖子紧压，进一步挤出乳清。乳酪定型后，乳酪师会在它表面留下身份印记。
Ça, c'est le passeport du fromage.
It's the passport of the cheese. All the cheese have the date and the number.
OK。
紧压1天后，乳酪师将乳酪放进盐槽1天，让它硬化，在表面形成外皮。
Does the salt act as a preservative too to help, I think, preserve the cheese?
Preserve the cheese, give the flavor.
最后放入成熟窖6到24个月，让它慢慢的熟化。所以乳酪从制作到上桌要花上至少6个月的时间。1轮乳酪大概35到40公斤重，酒店餐厅1个星期消耗1整轮乳酪，可见乳酪是瑞士饮食不可或缺的主角。而这个主角的生产地就在酒店毗邻。
来到乳酪工厂，我觉得是真的很有意思。酒店坚持就要采用当地的一些不同的产品，就能够大家一起互相提高当地的经济。
无论是制作乳酪还是钻研钟表工艺，都需要时间沉淀。乳山谷的天然美景一直是钟表师的灵感泉源。酒店希望通过住宿体验，启发宾客腾出时间与自然接轨，释放自己，让心灵沉淀。不过 Alan， 你也不必那么卖力地释放自己，待会儿还有任务等着你呢。在瑞士奢华钟表品牌爱彼重建的钟表师酒店 Hôtel des Horloges， 主持人 Alan 当起了实习服务员。
Lunch is served。
100多年来，坐落在钟表业发源地的酒店，一直是钟表师聚集畅饮的圣地。而酒店的钟表师酒吧，更是酒店的亮点之一。
So here we are, le bar des horlogers. Here is Rémi, one of our team members.
Rémi 不单单是一名调酒师，也是餐厅服务员。酒店餐饮部的员工都必须在餐厅和酒吧轮替上班，所以 Alan 你也不例外，可要好好向 Rémi 学习哦。
So first we're going to do the traditional gin tonic, but we're going to add the local touch, the brandy gentian.
Okay.
So the flower which raised here in the Vallée de Joux. We'll need local gin.
Local gin.
The local brandy with the gentian and some lemon juice, freshly prepared this morning.
酒吧汇集了乳山谷和瑞士其他地区出产的酒，如啤酒、朗姆酒、金酒等，积极推广当地品牌。这里出售15款鸡尾酒，其中6款是采用当地酒调制而成，别具当地风味。
It's very refreshing. Actually, it's very refreshing too. Yeah. 喝完呢，跟其他的一些 gin tonic 比啊，当然它这个花味是比较重。What do you call this?
The Rizou tonic. Rizou because we are next to the Rizou forest.
Okay.
The gentian rise in the Rizou forest.
Very good. I like that.
Yeah.
Keep it very local.
每一款招牌鸡尾酒都是调酒师依据当地酒的特色，搭配可入酒的食材，精心设计的。
The spring watchmakers, because the colors remind us the spring and.
Okay.
So,
酒吧计划推陈出新，推出春夏秋冬系列的鸡尾酒。
You make circles.
学了这么久 ，Alan 是时候露两手了。哦，你这三脚猫功夫竟然敢在 Rémi 面前耍帅！哎呦！酒吧每天都营业，和餐厅一样对外开放。
所以现在我们准备2杯鸡尾酒，然后待会我会给我们的客人享用。How do I say please enjoy your drinks in French? Bon appetit.
Santé.
Okay, santé. Okay. Vas-y. Santé.
酒店坚持尽量采用当地产品，它的其中一家啤酒供应商就位于乳山谷的乳湖湖畔。这家小型酿酒厂是由23岁的 Ismail 和他的4名朋友2年半前成立的，专门酿制精酿啤酒。他们1年前又开设了一家啤酒屋，推广自家的品牌，也迎来了 Hôtel des Horloges 这个伯乐。
Luca, why did you decide to work with Les Cambiers?
Because we want to work with local community, local artisans and producers. We have to be careful of our carbon footprint, so make sure all the supplies we get to our hotel that they will make a shorter drive. Yeah? So this place is only 20 minutes away from us.
Les Cambiers 除了酿制一般的啤酒，也会随季节推出特别风味的精酿啤酒。
Cheers, cheers.
目前，他们正为秋季酿制深色啤酒。
Calme. Santé.
That's where they brew the beer.
Here we go. 我们进去吧。
This is a place where everything's starting. We put the
每星期 ，Ismail 和伙伴们会在这里酿产啤酒。他们首先将麦芽磨碎，放入热水浸泡，形成麦芽汁，过滤后煮沸，然后加啤酒花调味。
So here is a fermentation chamber, and we
在麦芽汁冷却之后，加入酵母。酵母在发酵过程中会将糖汁转化为酒精和二氧化碳。通过掌控温度，可以调整啤酒的味道和口感。发酵过程大约要3到4个星期。
This is where the true art of making beer happens, right?
Yeah.
Can I try one of these beers?
So there is no gas inside, so it will be flat.
Flat, Let me try. 我来试一下。整个这个味道还是算蛮清淡，没有像我想象的那么浓，所以还不错，可能就是很适合夏天的时候喝。
啤酒成熟后，装瓶上盖就大功告成，可以送往酒店。为了减少碳足迹，支持当地企业，就连酒店的水疗中心也采用瑞士制造的产品。
We're working with the Alpeo brand, so it's a Switzerland brand to use 100% of botanical active ingredient, and the majority of active comes from the Swiss Alps.
That sounds good. So I guess I start with a little skin treatment, right?
Yes, of course.
其实这几天呢，坐飞机每天忙，然后这里的空气是比较干燥，所以很适合做一下脸。躺在这里，在这种比较安静的环境，非常非常开心，很爽。
通过采用新科技，酒店从建筑开发到日常营运都秉持着可持续发展的理念。屋顶上的光伏电池板提供了酒店所需的部分能源。酒店也安装了10个电动自行车充电插座和10个电动车充电桩，供宾客使用。就连酒店的专用车也是采用混合动力的环保车。
现在我和 Andre 要骑这2个可以说是e-bike，就是电的自行车，去多看一看这附近。这个 Vallée de Joux。Are you ready?
Let's go.
出发。
乳山谷有100公里的自行车道，沿途都有清楚标记。自行车爱好者可以骑车深入里苏森林，探索它的奥秘；也可以沿着公路骑到乳湖，欣赏湖边美景。
我这里真的很美啊！你看，大蓝天、阳光，还有这么多草地，没有想象到这里还可以这么享受大自然。
So the story goes that there was a first watchmaker, right? And he taught the others. So most of the farmers started doing watches, and in front of us you have one of the first farms.
为了吸引自然和户外爱好者，酒店提供自行车出租服务。如果有需要，也会策划骑车行程。总经理 Andre 本身是一名自行车爱好者，他除了会试车，也常常到山里探索，每次都尝试不同的路线。
Beautiful out here. I can see why you go on all these different rides out here, Andre.
这次行程的终点是森林里的小木屋，从酒店启程到小木屋有5公里的路程。
I can tell you're pedaling twice as much as me. So you're not using the battery. He's a suffering guy. The elves from the forest. They prepared this for us.
Très magnifique! 应该是 Andre 就是特地神秘秘帮我们准备一个小惊喜。哇 ，This is wonderful!
这小小的惊喜其实是酒店提供的野餐服务，精致吧？
这一次呢，能够来到这里，我也是很开心。来到这个酒店，可以体验整个这个乳山谷的这个历史跟文化。他们就是很会强调跟当地的一些供应商一起合作，以这个平台把当地一些特色分享给来到这里一些客人。
在山谷如诗如画的一草一木中，钟表师酒店延续着钟表师们承前启后、精益求精的精神，向造就精湛制表工艺的乳山谷致敬。